even though we are aware of March Air Force Base and 29 Palms, etc., with numerous trip.
Okay, listen. I'm going to just get away from all that because I know what they're going to demonstrate is the fact that they see a lot of military movement around California coming up to the Portland area. And the reason why is because they're heading for high grounds. See, it's real simple. They got high grounds around California, but you can only put so much military equipment there. So now what they're doing is they're moving their equipment to the highest regions, areas around the planet. Every place on the planet right now that is a high peak, you better believe that the military is going up there, taking houses, pushing people out, usurping whoever. They don't care. They just taking over those places because that's a good place to set up your stronghold. Because if the earth is going to flood, of course you want to go to the highest spot possible. That's the places where they'll be trying to build any stronghold, anything that is of a logical formation to avoid the calamities that the earth might throw at you. The main thing that you would want to consider is not getting drowned. That's going to be the most logical way of destroying this earth, will be water. Okay, now listen. The earth is definitely out to kill man. It's not a joke. Even the military knows that. They are heading for the mountains. That's what they're doing. They're not doing anything but heading for high land. Trust me on that. They are not trying to set up no stronghold where they're going to be thinking they're going to walk around and control civilians and all that shit like that. You know why? The real reason why is because civilians are not going to be that subtle. People are going to be going the fuck off. Everybody has already dug in, loaded their guns, and just is aware of the fact that Judgment Day is here. So hey, the military people that is going to be out there with their equipment and trying to control people and this is that does not make sense. What they're going to be doing is killing people. Real simple. Controlling you how? What are they going to do? Take you somewhere and feed you? Of course not. Okay? None of that's going to happen. Alright? They are not going to be out here trying to feed no one. They are going to be out trying to gather everything that they need to sustain the hierarchy that they work for, which means robbing and looting the masses even more than they have done already. Those trucks and everything that you see right there being transported to high grounds is merchandise that you paid for from your high state of taxation that you have been exposed to forever. They're taking their equipment and heading for bases that they already have. No sense in staying in California. Anybody that's still in California is a damn fool. And I hate to tell you, especially Southern California. That's why they moving all that shit up north. Because they know Southern California. Look, the Florida Keys, Southern Cal, all that shit. Anybody that's still down in those areas is crazy. I'm stupid myself for being where I'm at here in Vancouver, Washington. I already know that. But this is what I know. I am not going to be afraid of anything that this universe can throw at me under my claim, my proclamation of being a god. I know that I am everything anyway. So I'm not afraid of the water drowning my ass. Okay? I'm just not. I'm not afraid of these military people walking around thinking that they're going to be some badasses when they afraid that the water going to drown their ass too. Okay? Come on, you just got too many foes to be sitting around worrying about depending on an AK-47 when the tidal wave, typhoon, or tornado and all those things is your biggest enemy. I could see a whole lot of soldiers really thinking about, do I really want to do this because how am I going to get my next paycheck? So pretty much the only thing that soldiers going to have that can really motivate them to continue doing their job is positions where they're guarding stronghold installations, where they could be provided from the self-sustainment that these installations had arranged. Otherwise, what are they going to do? Walk around in Detroit and guard what? What? Collect dead people so they could feed them to somebody, or just go about their mission of coming out every day to kill people and then going back into their little cubbyhole? That's what makes sense to me. Okay, now that makes sense to me because they're gonna always want to have somebody that they could kill. So yeah, there will be war between the military and the masses of people, without a doubt. Don't sense in trying to head for no high ground. The militia that had all those mountain areas and all that shit right there. It got a very rude awakening, I bet you, from the military. They was sitting up thinking they was going to protect themselves from niggas and Puerto Ricans and Latinos coming to rape their women when they know that ain't even what it was. It was just some racist ass rednecks that just wanted to have guns and wanted to kill people. So you imagined in your mind that your enemy would be the people I just named, but your enemy ended up being your Uncle Sam. He just came and took your shit. And if he haven't, he's coming to. If you are elevated, people in the upper peninsula of Michigan, your ass know what I'm talking about. All you guys up on the Colorado, 7 Mile, Denver, all that, you know what I'm talking about. All the high mountain areas in Hawaii, they got their ass up there already. You better believe all over the planet, Mount Kilimanjaro, yup, that's where the ass is at. Better believe it. And the black helicopters fly around all day just because they're monitoring shit. Seeing the attitudes of things, watching weather formations and seeing what's going on. You know they trying to keep an eye on the ocean to see what it's going to do. That's what I say to you with the Puget Sound right here. It wouldn't be hard to just, everybody could just wake up cold one day. But I'm not afraid of dying. So I don't let that bother me that much. Or at all, to tell you the truth. I'm to the point right now where I'm seeing everything is being all good. See, what I do know is that 12 of December, that's going to be a God day, because you got 12 for the month of December, 12 for the day of December, and then you got 12 for the year 2012. But also with those 3 12s, you get 12 in the afternoon. So there is 5 sets of 3s on that day, because each 12 is a representation of a trinity, which is 3. And if you guys can see that the pyramid is all over the earth, letting you know that a Sar and a Set and their child is on the earth. Ain't that beautiful? And the children is all you guys that need to be protected from the people who was going to do you some grave danger with those trucks right there. That's the reason for all of the earth calamities, to wipe their asses out. I keep telling you guys that, and I know you find that hard to believe, but it's really the truth. These people that owns those war machinery, that had all those missiles in the ground and all the things they were doing, you see now they're running scared, headed for high ground, because they got God to fight. And what they don't understand is that the mountain that they're going to be on top of, that's God too. They really gotten their ass into some shit. Please believe that. So what they're going to try to do is come at your white people and you Mexicans and give you all guns and tell you reports of need to combat each other. And that's where you'll be stupid at. That's what they're relying on, for you all to not stick together and fiend for and with each other. Because see, once the corporations are not in the picture no more, you could go back to your regular way of sustaining yourself, because it's going to rain a lot and it's going to be sunshine like never before, and there's going to be plenty of houses. The only problem is, if everybody still want to pay the banks and still go to work and all that old shit while the universe is trying to fix everything for you, then nothing changes. They'll be head underground and you still be obedient as hell to them. And that's the reason why the earth they have to roll through with the water and tear everything up that they're afraid of right now, because they have no spiritual power. All they have is material power. And they know that material power cannot speak to the elements and ask it not to do that. Their material power cannot change the minds of people and make people get together and form a union with each other and change the bad karma of the earth and talk to the elements and prove to the elements that we can obey and we can pay homage to the earth and we can change our ways. You don't have to drown us to make us become clean. We can change. You can prove that. They're already getting out of the way. They're scared. They're getting the hell out of Dodge. I saw that myself here in Vancouver. One day, I was at my shop down there on Lincoln in Fort Plain. And I was leaving there because I had ran out of gas. My truck had, well, you know what happens when you run out of gas. But I stopped right between going home, which is down past I-5, and on the other side of the bridge that brings you over the train yard down there. You guys know what I'm talking about, on Fort Plain, right near that freaking tire shop down there. Across the street a little ways, that little bridge overpass that goes over that railroad yard. I was going across there, I heard something go. So me being the observer that I am, I decided I was going to walk over there and look down there just to see what the train had on it. And when I looked over it, I saw all that military shit that we just saw that was coming from California, because it was going north towards Seattle. And I had came home and told all the people I was living with, which was my son and another guy and a lady, Mike and Danielle, and my son Nate. We all was like, yo, I seen a whole grip of those freaking tanks going through the railroad yard today, and I couldn't explain it to them how it made me feel. The tanks that I saw were tanks that had wheels on it, like those trucks right there that we looking at. It didn't have those track wheels, just like the other tanks. Those big tanks have city wheels on them. And I'm going to tell you why they have city wheels on them. Because the United States is planning to kill 80% of the population. Just like we all know. We saw the videos and everything. And the reason why, again, is so that the numbers will be more easily manageable. People are waking up, and large numbers of conscious people can rip them a new ass. And so they were getting ready to do the same shit they've always done when people start waking up. Remember, they made everybody ignorant by murdering all the parents and all the knowers. People like me is who they was collecting and getting rid of fast as hell. They ain't gonna be able to do that shit to me. I already know that. That's why I'm not even afraid of them. I ain't just a regular joke. I ain't no joke. I'm gonna tell you right now. Do you see those trucks that's right there? We got shit that'll disintegrate those. It won't be nothing but a little pile of molten metal left there. Metal, just liquid metal, for all that shit to be gone. The trucks and the railroad that they're sitting on, all that shit could be vaporized so damn fast. But that technology is old. We don't even use that. We have light technology that'll make the air cut off on your ass. Because the air is a part of the light. And it's living, knowing entity. It is a netter. It is an elemental force that is calculating and cunning and has an existence. And so it's just not something that's there that you have the privilege of breathing, because you don't breathe. It breathes for you. You don't have to think about breathing. You have to think about scratching your leg. You have to think about digging in your ear. You have to think about pulling off your toenail. You never consciously think about breathing because you don't breathe. Breathing breathes for you.